Pastor Jim. Hey, we started talking about Abram and Sarai in the last session, so I want to just continue on with that. Again, in Genesis chapter 12, I'm going to use the message this morning, and starting at about verse 10, going to about verse 19. And it says this: Then a famine came to the land. Abram went down to Egypt to live. It was a hard famine. As he drew near to Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "Look, we both know you're a beautiful woman. When the Egyptians see you, they're going to say, 'That's his wife,' and they'll kill me. But they'll let you live. Do me a favor. Tell them you're my sister. Because of you, they'll welcome me and let me live." When Abram arrived in Egypt, the Egyptians took one look and saw his wife was stunningly beautiful. And Pharaoh's princes raved over her to Pharaoh. She was taken to live with Pharaoh, and because of her, Abram got along very well. He accumulated sheep and cattle, male and female donkeys, men and women, servants, camels. But God hit Pharaoh hard because of Abram's wife, Sarai, and everybody in the palace got seriously sick. Pharaoh called Abram. "What's this that you've done to me? Why didn't you tell me that she's your wife? Why did you say she's my sister, so that I take her as my wife? Here's your wife back. Take her and get out." Abram does this actually a couple times. Doesn't quite learn that the God of all creation could actually take care of things. Continues to look out for himself instead of relying on God to look out for him. And so that's one of the things that we tend to have a hard time with, I think, especially in our society today. We're told to look out for number one. Well, technically, number one should be God. If we look out for God, then everything else for us is taken care of. We forget that. We tend to think of ourselves and maybe our family. I mean, we should be thinking of our family, of course. We think of them. But here, God would have provided for Abram in all these situations. As a matter of fact, because Pharaoh wanted to take Sarai as his wife, he was inflicted with serious injury or illness. Everybody in his palace was. And he knew at that point that something strange was going on. And he called Abram and said, what have you done to me? And, why didn't you just tell me that it was your sister? Or that it was your wife and not your sister? Sometimes we kind of lie to society to kind of save our own skin. But when God calls us, He calls us into a truthful life. He calls us to rely on Him and not on ourselves. So this week, as you think about that, think about the times that maybe you've tried to make yourself number one and God number two. And maybe you should flip that around. Make God number one and yourself a lot lower. God bless. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.